Hey guys, here's a short video on multiplying rational expressions, basically just multiplying fractions. So the basic idea here is when you multiply fractions, like 6 over 10 times 3 over 2, is you just multiply across the top, multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. So 6 times 3 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20. Now we always have to simplify. 18 is the same thing as 3 times 3 times 2. 20 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 5. And we can cancel off a 2 and a 2. And we end up with our answer of 9 over 10. Now we can also simplify before we multiply. So the 10 and 6, this is the same thing as 5 and 3. And we multiply across. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, so let's apply that to something like what you're going to see on the quiz here. Let me write this down, and I'll give you a second to solve it. 8v squared. Let me make that prettier. 8v squared. On the bottom, we have 10v times 10v. And then we've got a v plus 2, v minus 3 on the bottom. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and solve this on your own. Okay, so hopefully what you've done is you've gone through and you've factored the top. So 8 is the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times... That's 8v squared. On the bottom, we have 10, which is 2 times 5 times v. Let me make that better. 2 times 5 times v. On the top, we have 10v, which is 2 times 5 times v. We have 3 minus v. And we have v plus 2, v minus 3. Okay, so let's get to work and start canceling some things out. We have a 2 and a 2 and a v and a v and a 5 and a 5. And anything else cancel? Doesn't look like it. So we're going to rewrite this whole expression out as 2 times 2 times 2 is going to be 8. And then we have v, 8v. And then another v, 8v squared. Okay, and notice 8v squared is the same thing as this thing. What we could have done, and what you might have done, is just cancel that off and that off. And that's actually a faster way of doing it. Okay, anyways, we got 8v squared, and then on the bottom, we have on the top, we also have a 3 minus v. On the bottom, we have a v plus 2 and a v minus 3. Okay, now there is a trick here, and the trick is this. If you ever see something like this, a minus b, and over here b minus a, and you're like, they're kind of same, but they're kind of different. If you want them to be in the same form so they can interact, all you got to do is you put a minus in front of this guy, and we're going to change that now to a minus b. And let's just prove that that works. Negative a is right here, negative a. And the negative reaches over here and hits the negative b. Negative, negative b is a positive b. So those two are equivalent. Okay, so we're going to use that cool trick here for this expression. You see the 3 minus v and the v minus 3. And they're so close. They're so close. So we're going to just change it around a little bit. We're going to keep 8v squared. But we're going to make this times a negative v minus 3. And on the bottom, we've got a v plus 2 and a v minus 3. Now we can cancel those two terms off. So the v minus 3 and the v minus 3, those guys cancel, but it leaves behind a negative sign. So we have to factor that in our final answer, which will be negative 8v squared over v plus 2. Okay, so that one had a bit of a trick in it. Let's go ahead and do the next one. This is a division question. This one, we've got a minus 4 over 3a squared divided by a minus 4 over 6a minus 24. Go ahead and pause the video and give this one a try. So for division questions, we have to remember to keep the number on the left, change the sign from divide to multiply, and flip the fraction on the right upside down. Once you do that, then you can go ahead and factor. So the top is a minus 4. Can't factor that anymore. The bottom is 3a squared. Now 6a minus 24. We can factor a 6 out of that. That's going to be a minus 4. And then we have a minus 4. Okay, so we can actually cancel off a bunch of things here. And I forgot the 6 is going to be the same thing as 3 times 2. Okay, so now we can cancel an a minus 4 and an a minus 4. And we can cancel off a 3, and we can cancel off a 3. And we end up with our answer, which is 2a minus 4. And on the bottom are those 2 a's. Okay, one more division one. 1 over r plus 5 divided by 6r, 4r plus 20. Okay, go ahead and pause the video, give this one a try. Okay, so we keep the 1 over r plus 5. We change the sign, and we flip this fraction upside down. Once we do that, we're going to go in and factor. The left-hand side is already factored, but on the top, 4r and 20 are both divisible by 4. That's going to be 4r plus 5. On the top is going to be, what is that? Oh, 6r. Can't read my own handwriting. Wait a second. Okay, on the bottom is, 6r. So this is going to be 6 times r. Okay, so we start canceling things out. We've got r plus 5, that cancels, and then we have 4 over 6r. But 4, we can factor that as 2 and 2, 6 is 2 and 3, and r. That can cancel, and so we end up with 2 over 3r. Okay, that's it.